Have you ever felt like your whole life is stuck on repeat and nothing is really changing, no matter how much you wish it would? What if one ordinary day, one small choice, quietly changed the direction of your entire future without any magic, without any luck, just a simple shift inside you? Stay with this story until the end, because the lesson hidden inside it might be the one thing you need to hear today. Narration. Today's story is about a young man named Daniel, who thought his life was a series of bad days and bad luck. He believed that one big miracle would fix everything for him. But what actually changed his life was not a miracle at all. It was one simple decision he made on a day that started like every other boring, heavy, tired morning. Daniel lived in a small apartment in the city, worked a regular office job, and woke up every day already feeling behind. He would grab his phone before he even got out of bed, stare at other people's perfect lives, and think, why is nothing good ever happening to me? On the outside, his life looked normal. On the inside, he felt empty, restless, and quietly angry. At work, he did just enough to get by. He showed up late many mornings, left tasks unfinished, and told himself that none of it really mattered anyway. He blamed the company, the boss, the economy, even his childhood. Everyone, except himself. His mother would call and tell him gently, just start with today. Make today a little better. He would nod, promise to change, and then go right back to his habits. He believed change had to be big and dramatic, so he never respected the small choices in front of him each day. One Monday, Daniel walked into the office, late again, coffee in one hand and excuses in his head. But this time, something was different. His manager was waiting at his desk with a serious look. The company had been watching his performance for months. They had given warnings, chances, and reminders. That morning, they let him go. He walked out of the building with a thin envelope in his hand and a storm inside his chest. Anger, fear, shame. He wanted to scream at the world. He wanted to say, see, life is always against me. Instead, he just walked. The sky was gray, and a light rain began to fall. Daniel kept walking without a plan, without knowing where he was going. He ended up at a small, quiet coffee shop he had never noticed before. He sat in the corner, head in his hands, asking himself over and over, why is this happening to me? After a few minutes, the older man at the next table spoke up. Rough day? Daniel hesitated, then slowly nodded. Something in the man's voice felt safe, calm, and honest. They started to talk. Daniel shared how everything was unfair, how he never got a real chance, how life kept closing doors on him. The man listened quietly, then asked one simple question that hit Daniel like a wave. He said, if your life is a house, tell me this. What are you building, brick by brick, with your days? Daniel frowned. The man continued, every day is a brick. Your habits, your choices, your effort, your attitude. You are either building a strong house or a weak one. Losing your job did not happen in one day. It was built, quietly, by many small days. Daniel felt his chest tighten. He saw, in one painful flash, the late mornings, the unfinished work, the ignored chances. He had been blaming everyone else while stacking weak bricks into his own future. Tears filled his eyes, not because life was unfair, but because for the first time, he saw his part in it. The older man leaned back and said, life does not change when you get lucky. Life changes when you respect the power of one day. You lost your job, yes, but today is still a brick. What will you do with it? On his way home, Daniel replayed every word in his mind. For the first time, instead of asking, why is this happening to me? He asked, what is this trying to teach me? He went back to his small apartment, sat at his table, and pulled out a blank notebook he had ignored for months. He wrote just one sentence at the top of the page. Today is a brick. Then he wrote 3 small actions he would take that day. Update his resume. Apply for 2 jobs. Wake up early tomorrow and start learning one new skill, even for just 30 minutes. Days passed. Nothing magical happened overnight. But Daniel kept showing up. One day, one brick, one choice at a time. His mindset slowly shifted from waiting for a big break to building a better version of himself, quietly, patiently, and consistently. The real-life lesson in Daniel's story is this. The future you dream of is not built in one day. It is built by what you do with today. Your habits are your bricks. Your attitude is the cement. You are building something, whether you see it or not. Now, think about your own life for a moment. What kind of house are you building with your days? Are your bricks strong, made of effort, gratitude, and courage? Or are they weak, made of excuses, blame, and delay? You do not need a big dramatic moment to change your life. You do not need to wait for luck or for the perfect time. You only need to decide what you will do with the day in front of you. This day, today. If you are watching this, it means you are still building. You are not finished. You are not stuck forever. You are allowed to start again, even if you failed yesterday, even if you failed this morning. One honest decision today can become the start of a very different story. If this story touched your heart, take a moment right now and ask yourself, what is one brick you will lay today? Write it down after this video. Do it before the day ends. Your future self is waiting for the house you are building. If you felt inspired by Daniel's journey, support this kind of storytelling so it can reach more people who need it. Tap like, share this video with someone who feels stuck, and comment one small action you will take today to change your tomorrow. And if you love meaningful stories that wake up your heart and mind, make sure you subscribe to Life Lesson Stories and turn on the notifications so you never miss the next life-changing story. Thank you for spending these minutes here. Remember, your life is not shaped by one big moment. It is shaped by what you do with today.